Well, Fox 10 News is in Daphne with our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive. We are collecting toys for those in need. We have a lot of toys here, but the need is great. How you can participate in a live report.
And right now, the conditions are good. We're starting to thaw out a little, but we do have some rain in the forecast. Rain is on the way. I'll have more on when you can expect it coming up.
And also from us at 4, Mobile City Council discussing the progress of the new animal shelter. An update on where it stands coming up.
First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 News starts now.
Well, hello there. Thank you so much for joining us for Fox News at 4 on your Tuesday. I'm Shelby Myers. We're going to check back in. As you saw, Lanice is live on location today. We want to thank you for watching Fox 10 News at 4. And we're starting things off with the forecast. Take a look out here. As you can see, all of those guys, looks like some, I think, pelicans out there, just nesting, hanging out on the rocks, soaking up the sun. It's a little chilly in that water, but you can see one of those guys swimming. It was a chilly start for sure this morning. And then as the sun came out, that sun bearing down on you was really, it made it warm, Jason.
It did. I mean, we've seen a big increase in our temperatures after more 20s again last night. A lot of spots are up in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees this afternoon.
That's a good, I like that temperature. I'm not one for the cold, though. I know some of you guys might be, but I like it in the 60s.
We saw a little bit too much cold, Shelby, and it's gone for a while. It's about to warm up, but it may moisten up some too. So let's check it out. High-res modeling is suggesting a little increase in cloud cover around this evening, and that cloud cover will act as a blanket and will keep it from being as cold tonight. We're going to see a low mainly in the 40s in most areas tonight, so we're not concerned about freezing temperatures tonight. Tomorrow, we may see isolated showers a little ahead of schedule. Our chance of rain at 20% tomorrow. Those rain chances increase quite a bit on Thursday. So rain is on the way, but it's not going to be here for about another 24 hours. And beyond that, a much better rain chance for Thursday showing up in our futurecast. Right now, it's 58 degrees downtown. We have some sunshine, calm winds, and it really feels like a nice December day, no doubt about it. We've got a parade this evening in downtown Mobile for the 68 Ventures Bowl, and it's not going to be cold for the parade, just comfortably cool and dry. So that's something to look forward to as well. Our overnight lows tonight and into tomorrow morning, there will be some 30s scattered in the inland spots, but most areas are going to be in the mid 40s, places like Mobile at 45, Pensacola at 47, 48 in Gulf Shores. So considerably better with those temperatures. First thing tomorrow morning, we're going to take you through our next opportunity for rain and look at the extended forecast through the weekend in just a few minutes.
All right, Jason, we will check back in with you in a few minutes. Well, new now at 4, the city of Mobile is making progress on plans for a new animal shelter. It's a holdover from the previous administration, which moved away from building a new facility and opting instead for a less expensive renovation. Fox's Brendan Kirby is live in the news center right now with the latest on this. Brendan, designs are getting close.
Yeah, they are, Shelby. Mayor Spiro Cheragatis says that the new shelter is about 50% designed, and he says that he hopes to complete the plans in the next few months. Animal advocates and city officials long have said that the current animal shelter off Virginia Street is inadequate. The city cleared land on Montlamar Drive to build a new shelter, but then Mayor Sandy Stimpson shelved the idea last year because of the cost. The city then turned to Plan B, buying a former television studio off Interstate 65. The city has budgeted $10 million for this animal shelter. That's less than half the cost of a new building. Some advocates have complained that that's insufficient, but the city of Mobile is pushing forward. Mayor Cheragatis says that he wanted to tweak the design and ask for other options for the front of the building.
I think the image that we're putting out there is important, and I wanted them to give me a few more options on exactly what the frontage of that building would look like. There was some fun idea of like an oversized fire hydrant, which I did like too, so we'll see.
Now, there's no fixed timeline on this, and the exact cost won't be known until after the designs are complete. But the mayor says his goal is to start construction next year and then hopefully open the facility the year after that. Reporting live in the News Center, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.
All right, Brendan, thank you for that update. Well, turning now to national news, it's day 4 of the search for the suspect who killed 2 students and injured 9 others at Brown University. New videos and photos released by police who are urging the public to reach out with any tips. Investigators are now pursuing a new lead based on these photos you're taking a look at and the video as well of a person taken Saturday afternoon hours before the attack walking near the campus. The FBI says the suspect is approximately 5'8" with a stocky build. Authorities confident that they will be able to put together enough evidence to eventually charge someone in the case, even as fear remains.
I feel like there's not necessarily a way to feel safe. I mean, you really never know what that person could still be here. That person could be in Florida by now. Like, you just never know.
Of course there's a threat. We have somebody who committed a double homicide and wounded 9 Brown students. We don't know where he is. We're working hard as heck to figure that out.
The 2 students killed, one of those, Ella of Mountain Brook, being remembered on campus and by the president of Brown, who said in part, quote, "These were 2 young people whose amazing promise was extinguished too soon." Well, this week may be lawmakers' last chance to get a deal done on health care before ACA insurance premiums spike significantly starting January 1st. But right now, a successful vote seems unlikely. Let's go to Fox News correspondent Connor Hansen now with more.
Congress is scrambling to come up with a health insurance fix before the end of the year. Democrats want to extend around $100 billion in COVID-era Obamacare subsidies for another 3 years to prevent premiums from skyrocketing for millions of Americans.
We want to avoid these increases that the American people are facing at the hands of Republican inaction.
But that plan, along with a Republican proposal without a subsidy extension, have both failed to pass the Senate.
Trying to get to health care before the Christmas recess will probably be hard.
I don't see any real movement toward a compromise.
House Republicans say they have another solution that could make it to the floor as soon as Wednesday. The bill would allow groups of people in the same profession, like carpenters or groups of small businesses, to purchase their insurance as a coalition to save money. The bill does not include an extension to Affordable Care Act subsidies.
There's a real possibility to get a vote on it. I've certainly tried my best to provide for that, so we'll see what happens.
Some Republicans are frustrated with Speaker Johnson's approach and are trying to work around leadership to force a vote on a compromise bill with an extension.
The Democrats want to use this as an issue in the election, and seemingly the Republican leadership is going to allow them to do it. And it's idiotic.
This week is likely the last chance Congress will have to get a deal done before the new year. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
All right, looking at the roadways right now, what a great afternoon to be out driving around, you know, especially since it's not so cold out there. You can just feel the difference. Even in the car driving around, a little sunshine coming in the window goes a long way. And I-10 is looking good from the Mississippi line through Mobile and all the way across to the Florida Panhandle. I-65 is also in good shape. It is a little slow in the Wallace Tunnel westbound. Eastbound looks clear, and the Bayway is in good shape. So we're not seeing any major delays yet, but that rush hour is right around the corner. We're going to keep tracking traffic here on Fox 10 News at 4. Shelby?
Well, as Christmas gets closer, so does the end of our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive. But don't worry, right now, at this moment, you still have time to donate. Lanice and Cameron are at the Walmart in Daphne now. I traded places with you guys. I was out there earlier. So many people were pouring out support and giving. Talk about what you're seeing now, guys.
All right. Hey there, Shelby. Good to be back with you. And thank you. Come on in. We are live on TV. What do you have here?
I have a Miniverse, a Nerf Fortnite gun, and animal.
A toy.
Yeah, a toy.
All right. Thank you. I love this sweater. And I will, let's see here. I'll try to take these one by one, pass them to Cameron. Yep. Thank you for stopping by and donating. Merry Christmas. Is this your dad and your sister?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What grade are you in?
I'm in 6th grade.
Okay. So I've got a very top secret question here. What do you want for Christmas?
I want a curling iron.
A curling iron. Okay, well, I think Sienna can deliver on that. Why was it important for you to donate?
because it will help a kid have a good Christmas.
Thank you. Appreciate you for stopping by. It was nice to meet you. Thank you for letting her come over. All right, I'm going to come back over here. Cameron, that's what this is all about.
Yes, it is. That's what it's all about. We are in our final push for our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive. And while it might look like we have a lot of donations, we need a lot more to help the need because there are so many kids who may not wake up with something underneath the tree.
Yeah, and we certainly don't want that. We've been talking about traditions. I was out here with Ashlyn earlier, and everyone wants to have that magical experience, waking up and seeing a toy under the tree. And with our partners, Volunteers of America Southeast, that's what we've been able to do. So many of you have stopped by, and even if you're not able to come out tonight, we do have a QR code that you can scan to make that donation as well.
But if you can't make it out, we're going to be here until 6 p.m. We know this parking lot probably looks pretty busy to you, but we can assure you, you will find a spot, and we would love to see you out here to make a donation.
All right, we're going to send it back to you in the studio, Shelby. And I have a question before we let you go, because I haven't asked you yet. What do you want for Christmas?
I knew this was coming. Lanice always has those hard-hitting questions, and I'm never prepared. I think the only thing I really want is an Aura ring. You know, I think that's what I want. We'll see if Santa brings it.
I've got one.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you wear it.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll be
Well,
twins.
we're reporting live here in Daphne. We'll check back in with you later.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Lots of fun out there, but most importantly, people are donating. Keep it up. You have until 6 o'clock this afternoon. Well, also happening this afternoon, Mobile is gearing up for the 68 Ventures Bowl game, and there's going to be a lot of festivities that lead up to kickoff. A Mardi Gras style parade is tonight at 6:30 in downtown Mobile. It will include floats from 20 Mystic Societies, including the Fox 10 Storm Tracker. You can expect all of your favorite parade throws, beads, moon pies, and more. And then following the parade, there's going to be a pep rally starting at 7 tonight on South Royal Street in downtown Mobile. Both events are free and open to everyone. Everyone's welcome to join. If you can't make it to the parade, we will be streaming it on the Gulfstream TV app. A reminder that Mobile's Festival of Light celebration gets underway tonight. The celebration starts at 6:30 at Benville Square. Mobile Mayor Spiro Cheragatis will be on hand for the festivities, which include the lighting of the menorah. There will also be canned food donation drive going on, so bring out those canned goods, and it is also free to the public. Still ahead here on Fox 10 News at 4, Bruton Middle School students are tackling tough community issues head on. Find out how their innovative solutions that is, are making a real difference and why local leaders are so impressed. That story coming up. And then a creepy ghost boat floats by with nobody on board, and a strange box of free weed is offered up on the sidewalk. Huh? It's coming up in today's Take a Look at This, but first let's go back outside because today's just been so beautiful. It's not quite as cold as we've been seeing. A nice look down there on the beach, some people taking that evening walk. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. Bruton Middle School students have been digging deeper into some of the issues surrounding their community. It's part of the Liberty Learning Foundation's American Character Program, which guides the students to look into problems in their local community and come up with solutions. The students spent the last 10 weeks working on things like feeding those in need, to autism awareness, to suicide prevention. Community members, elected officials, and educators walked around the gym learning more about each project. And some say they're pretty impressed with the results.
It is amazing to see that our students are involved with these types of things, to know that they are concerned, that they are bringing awareness, and that they're getting in there, pushing their sleeves up and helping where they can. It did my heart well. I know that our teachers are proud, our parents are proud, our community are proud.
Well, coming up on Fox 10 News at 5, you're going to hear from some students about the causes they chose and how they were able to help.
All right, we got an interesting forecast ahead, but right now, what a nice evening out there. All in Credit Union camera looks good with our Dolphins cam here. Last light of the day, about another 30 minutes of it, and that sun will be below the horizon. And we do have some cloud cover out there, but it's mainly thin upper level clouds tonight. Having those clouds around will help out the temperatures. It's not going to be freezing cold tonight. A much better situation to start the day tomorrow. One thing we've got to watch out for, though, is it looks like a few isolated showers could get into the area a little ahead of schedule. So our rain chance has been bumped up to 20% for your Wednesday. The main area of rain is going to come in very late Wednesday night and into early Thursday morning, and the high-res modeling has increased the scope and the size of this rain event. It looks like we could get anywhere from 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rain. We've got pretty good chances throughout the day on Thursday. Our rain chances have increased. Here's a look at where we stand right now. Just a few clouds out there. They're very, very thin. You can kind of see the map underneath the clouds. These are mainly upper level clouds, and they'll thicken up gradually over the next couple of days. Got to love the temperatures this afternoon. They're basically right where they were predicted to be for today. If you were watching this yesterday or this morning with meteorologist Matt Barentine or meteorologist Nicholas Urboso, we were tracking highs around 60 today. We pretty much nailed that with the forecast. It's a delightful day, and it feels a lot better after our recent cold spell. Our forecast high temperatures: mid-60s Fairhope and Mobile, upper 60s Leakesville, Lucedale, 66 Crestview, 67 in Evergreen. So we've got an even warmer day tomorrow. Despite a few isolated showers, it's going to be very, very comfortable. And we will see pretty comfortable temperatures. In fact, they're trending above normal as a general rule over the next 5 days. You can see how we occasionally hit 70. And we will also see some raindrops at times. So this weather pattern is changing quite a bit. Here's a look at the rain possibilities. Tomorrow, a 20% chance with mostly cloudy skies and a high in the mid-60s. Thursday, we're going to see a much better rain chance. Showers, maybe 1 or 2 thunderstorms, hitting 70. We have a little setback with temps on Friday, high of only about 60 degrees, so we'll be good there. And for our bowl game on Wednesday evening, we may see a few isolated showers for the bowl game at Hancock Whitney Stadium. We have the 68 Ventures Bowl with the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana Lafayette playing the Delaware Blue Hens. And our forecast looking beyond this week and into the weekend, we're going to have sunshine on Friday and 61. That's a good day. It's a little bit warmer than it was today in a few spots. A little bit chilly Saturday morning at 39 and back to 67 Saturday afternoon. And the rain chances for the second round have backed off considerably. So that looks good for Sunday. We're down to only about a 20% chance there with some warm temperatures expected from Sunday and into early next week.
All right, thank you, Jason. Well, a strange scene now unfolding at a Washington State port as a creepy and crewless ghost boat is spotted floating by in the dark, leaving waterfront workers scratching their heads. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
A haunting sight caught on camera in the Pacific Northwest as a creepy, darkened ship mysteriously floated into a ferry terminal in Washington State with no crew at the helm. Video shared by Washington State Ferries shows the unmanned 100-foot ship floating past the Puget Sound's Mukilteo terminal, illuminated only by an approaching ferry's spotlight. Officials with the agency were quick to nickname the strange ship the Ghost Boat, a possible reference to Ghost Ship, a 2002 horror flick about a creepy, crewless boat loaded with all sorts of haunting hijinks. You don't remember the movie Ghost Ship? It's all right, nobody does. As for the weird Washington ship, according to local reporting, the U.S. Coast Guard spoiled all the ghostly fun, saying the vessel was one of 3 boats that had broken free from their moorings in Everett, and this one floated all the way up the Puget Sound before being corralled. Speaking of strange sights, here's one that officials in Cleveland, Ohio say hasn't been seen in their neck of the woods in more than a century. A fisher, a tree-climbing predator related to the weasel, was spotted on a Metro Parks trail camera and confirmed by their wildlife ecologist, who said this is the first sighting of the species in Cuyahoga County since it disappeared in the 1800s, likely as a result of loss of habitat. Finally, in the vein of am I seeing things? Is everyone else seeing a sign that says free weed? That's exactly what police in Auburn, California say someone left, along with mason jars full of marijuana, outside of a high school. Officers quickly confiscated and disposed of the nifty green gifties, saying a big box of weed is not the way to spread holiday cheer. Some social media users disagreed, lamenting the fire sale shutdown. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
I don't think outside of a high school was the best idea. In California, though. All right, after the break, we're getting a new look at the next part of Stranger Things' final season. I'm so excited about this. I know you are too. We've got the latest in your entertainment news next.
Lexus of Mobile is proud to sponsor the Fox 10 Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to our flag holidays for America. To the public, was this dance on nation, other gods, and invisible with loyalty, justice, and law.
The Fox 10 Pledge of Allegiance, sponsored by Lexus of Mobile.
Video has a surprise for the Vault Dwellers. The premiere of Fallout Season 2 was moved up and is now arriving today. The news was revealed in Las Vegas with a post-apocalyptic takeover of the Sphere featuring fan favorites Lucy, Maximus, the Goal, and towering Deathclaw. Part 2 picks up after Season 1's explosive finale, taking the story from the Mojave to New Vegas. I have not seen that show, so I do not know anything about it, but very cool. I do know about this show. Stranger Things is racing toward the end. The new trailer for Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 2 teases Vecna's next move as the story picks up in the fall of 1987. Hawkins is still scared, or scarred rather, by the rifts with the group united to stop Vecna, now vanished, with his plans unknown. As the government places the town under military lockdown and hunts for Eleven, forcing her into hiding, a familiar dread returns. The second half of the last season premieres Christmas Day, with the final episode arriving on New Eve. And if you watched it on Thanksgiving, can't wait for the new episodes. Mariah Carey has been chosen to perform at the upcoming Winter Olympics in Milan. The organizing committee made the announcement yesterday. The Grammy winner is the first international star named to perform at the ceremony on February 6th. The committee said Carey, quote, fully represents the emotional atmosphere that accompanies the run-up to the games. The competition will be spread across different venues in northern Italy, and simultaneous but smaller opening ceremonies will also be held. Next up, we're going to take a look at those big breaking stories headlining your news at 5. And then this.
And we're seeing a lot of influenza cases increasing across the country, and that's a trend that we're sure will continue into the new year.
Yeah, the holidays are here, and so are respiratory illnesses and viruses. We're going to tell you why experts are predicting a severe flu season and the best way to protect yourself and your family. That's coming up, but first, let's check in with Lenise and Cameron.
Yeah, we are having a great time out here collecting toys.
Yes, we have about an hour and a half left for you to donate. Plenty of time to help our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 News.
And we have our reporters and producers and directors working right now to bring you breaking news and updates for Fox 10 News at 5. First, an arrest has been made regarding the homicide we reported this morning on Forest Park Drive. More on the arrest and the connection the suspect has to the victim coming up. And then City Council discussing Mobile's hotel tax today. We're going to break down the discussion and what that means for the local economy. Plus an update on interacting with the wildlife of Dauphin Island. A new ordinance has been put in place for its residents. We'll have that story and more when Fox 10 News at 5 starts in about half an hour from right now.
All right, looking out there right now with our Eastern Shore Toyota Hyundai camera from the Admiral, we do have some scattered clouds off into the distance, and that's a sign of the next system, which is going to gradually get into the forecast area. Rain is expected by the time we get into our Thursday, and that's what we're highlighting here on our Fox 10 Weather app. We've got a complete forecast with Nicholas, also a look ahead and the long-range outlook all the way into Christmas Day. Always fun to look. Looks like we're going to see warmer than average temperatures this year on Christmas. Here's what we're seeing with our current situation. Downtown Mobile, some increasing clouds and 58 degrees. Winds are calm and it is very comfortable outside right now. So hopefully you had a chance to get outside and thaw out a little bit after the cold weather we've seen lately. We've had 20s at night. That's about to be a thing of the past. We're going to wake up to temperatures in the upper 40s in Pensacola, and it will be a gray day tomorrow, but temperatures will climb up into the middle 60s with an easterly breeze. A couple of isolated showers are possible in both Pensacola and Mobile tomorrow. Our rain chance is low at about 20%, but we do have a chance of a little bit of precipitation, and our temperatures will top out in the mid 60s in Mobile. We have a parade tonight in downtown Mobile ahead of tomorrow night's 68 Ventures Bowl. And so for the parade tonight, temperatures will be dropping down into the upper 40s by 7 and 8 o'clock. It's not going to be cold for the parade, but you'll definitely need an extra layer or two. And looking at the Futurecast model here for what's ahead, tomorrow an increase in cloud cover, isolated showers in the area through lunchtime and into the afternoon tomorrow. The main area of rain will develop on Wednesday night and Thursday. This particular model puts a little bit more rain over towards the Panhandle, but we've also seen some high-res guidance that's bringing in showers over Mobile. The heaviest rain will be to the east, though. We'll see a few scattered thunderstorms as the front comes through Thursday evening, and we should clear out in time for Friday. Here's the short-range forecast. We'll look at the 7-day forecast coming up, but for tomorrow, isolated showers and 64. Warmer 70 degrees on Thursday with a 70% rain chance. And then we go mostly sunny by Friday with a high in the low 60s.
Well, as Christmas gets closer, so does the end of our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive. But right now, you still have time to donate. If you're watching this and been watching us all day long, we have been at the Walmart in Daphne. Lenise and Cameron are there now. We want to check back in with them. Guys, how's it going? I know you were getting a toy delivered when I was there. Are more people coming out and donating?
You know, I'm glad you asked that question, Shelby, because for people who are at home watching this, if you know someone who's in the area shopping right now, send them a text message and tell them to come on out. These shopping carts are filled with toys, but we could still use more.
Yes, it just shows how generous our community is. Take a look at some of these donations so far. We've got some fishing rods right here, a tackle bag, and it just shows the variety of the donations that you have given us just today. But we still need a lot more because, as we know, Lenise, the need is so great.
Yeah, people have been really thoughtful too. Right now, you are looking at some donations that came in from a curling iron. You've got some bags there for the teens, and those bags have items inside. It's not just a purse, you know, from makeup to jewelry to Barbie. And then, of course, you've got to have your stuffed animals, your elephant or your Bluey. And oh my gosh, look at this blanket with the nice ornaments on it. At the end of the day, Cameron, we are trying to fill this van behind us. We need enough toys to fill that up.
And we know it is a big goal, but we know that our community can accomplish it. We've seen it happen at other Walmart locations, and we need it to happen here at the Walmart in Daphne.
Yeah, so really quickly, just a reminder, we've been doing this with our community partners, Volunteers of America Southeast, Mercedes-Benz of Mobile, Hanson SuperTex. You know, so many people have joined in this effort. You can scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen if you're not able to come out here, but Cameron, we would rather that they do.
Yeah, I mean, we still have about an hour and a half left. That is plenty of time. We know that the parking lot may look full, but trust me, you will find a spot. People are coming in and out. We know it's a busy time, but we would greatly appreciate it if you stop here at the Walmart in Daphne to help out with our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive.
I think we're getting
and
a
of course,
donation.
We'll check back in with you guys a little bit later.
We're really quickly, I think we're getting a donation, and I wanted to make sure that we mention this gentleman because he told us earlier that he is a former Marine and he always gives back. Sir, thank you for stopping back by. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at that, the Grinch. No Grinch here. We've got a lot of people in the giving spirit. Merry Christmas to you, sir. All right, Shelby, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio and tell Jason, yes, the temperatures did in fact go down.
Yeah, I see those jackets back on you guys out there. All right, time for Watching Your Wallet. A new study from Bankrate finds 52% of Americans expect to rely on Social Security benefits when they retire. In this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Rachel DePompa looks at concerns over whether benefits will be cut and how people can build up other nest eggs.
This new survey really shows how important the Social Security program is for most Americans. 4 out of 5 currently retired individuals say they are reliant on this popular program to pay their necessary expenses. Mark Hamrick, Bankrate's senior economic analyst, says beyond that, a majority of Americans expect to be reliant on the program once they retire.
So what is the problem with all this? It is that the Social Security Trust Fund is facing depletion within the coming decade. And after that, if nothing is done between now and then, it will be facing a benefit cut of between 20 and 25%.
Hamrick says elected officials in Washington have allowed this situation to fester, and there are currently no plans to address it yet, which is why he says we all need to be more diligent about our retirement savings. He says the good news here is that we can control our 401k participation. We can control utilization of an individual retirement account.
What does it mean for a younger worker to take advantage of that employer match where, let's say, you are contributing 3 to 5% of your paycheck before taxes and the employer is matching that? That means that you are able, more than anyone else, to take advantage of the power of compounding over many decades.
Hamrick says if you are a more senior person looking at retirement sooner rather than later, you can still try to fully fund your retirement savings right now. It is not too late. He says you could also consider working longer, even if it's only part-time, to help out. He says you can also delay when you start collecting your Social Security. The longer you wait, the more generous the payment will be. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
We've got a recall alert for you now. A voluntary one is in full effect for some Shokor brand holiday bark sold at Aldi stores nationwide. You're taking a look at some of them. According to the FDA, the 5-ounce bags may contain undeclared nuts or wheat, which could cause serious or life-threatening reactions if people have allergies and they eat them. So far, no illnesses have been reported. The recall was announced in November after Silvestri Sweets discovered some of its barks were packaged incorrectly. Consumers are urged to throw the product away or return it to the store for a refund. A federal agency warns major retailers to pull recalled baby formula that may still be on many store shelves. The FDA sent warning letters to Walmart, Target, Albertsons, and Kroger, stating the retailers kept By Heart Whole Nutrition infant formula on the shelves even after they learned it was recalled. The product was recalled for its link to a nationwide baby botulism outbreak. The letter says the products are still being sold a month after the first recall notice. The CDC reports the outbreak has sickened more than 50 infants as of last week. The FDA says retailers have 15 days to take steps to remove the products or face future legal action. Well, it appears that the holiday season is spreading more than just good cheer. Respiratory illnesses are ramping up in the U.S., fueled by a new flu virus variant that spread early in Asia, Australia, and Europe. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has a look at the latest data and why experts worry this respiratory virus season could be as bad as the last one.
The holidays are here, and so is respiratory illness season, with 3 influenza viruses circulating in the U.S., the new variant subclade K driving most infections.
And we're seeing a lot of influenza cases increasing across the country, and that's a trend that we're sure will continue into the new year.
Andrew Pekosh with Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health says the U.S. will likely see a pretty severe influenza season. Some states are already seeing high levels of the virus, but he says the new variant makes it likely for every state to have high flu case numbers in the next 2 to 3 months.
Whether we're simply seeing more cases because this clade K influenza virus is evading immunity and therefore more people are susceptible to infection, or if it's really causing more severe disease on a case-by-case basis.
Meanwhile, Pekosh says numbers of COVID-19 cases are nowhere near what we've seen in prior years, but this virus sometimes increases midwinter, and RSV levels have also been low.
It's not clear exactly why, but 2 strong RSV seasons combined with new RSV vaccines and treatments may all be contributing to that reduced case number.
Pekosh says vaccination is still the best way to protect against severe disease for all of these respiratory viruses. He says the flu vaccine is a good match for 2 strains of the virus, but may evade some, but not all, vaccine-induced protection.
It is certainly not too late, especially as we're thinking about holiday gatherings and travel.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
When we come back, a fortunate birthday boy in Baldwin County gets the surprise of a lifetime. This is a story that's gone viral in our area. I love it. More on the impromptu party after the break.
All right, here's what we're tracking with the potential of some rain creeping into the forecast. It's going to do so gradually, but I think tomorrow we may start to see a few isolated showers, especially around lunchtime tomorrow. The best chance is going to be right along the immediate coast with a lower chance in the inland spots, but we could see a stray shower there. Thursday, a much better chance of rain materializes, so plan on needing some rain gear for Thursday this week. Looks like some heavier showers, maybe 1 or 2 thunderstorms are possible on Thursday morning, and that chance will continue through the middle part of the day. Rain chances will get a little more spotty in the afternoon on Thursday, but we still have a decent chance there as well. Clouds are starting to increase across the area here this evening, so plan on thicker clouds tomorrow, but not a bad way to finish the day. It was very comfortable this afternoon, and temperatures are not going to be a problem going forward. As we look at our forecast highs for tomorrow, we're thinking mid-60s Mobile, Bay Minette, 66 Pensacola, 67 in Molino. So it's going to be a nice, comfortable day tomorrow, despite a few isolated showers. 68 in Chatham. What a difference after that freeze we saw. Really, last night was cold, and the night before even colder. So we're trending in the right direction. We've got a football game in Mobile at Hancock Whitney out on the University of South Alabama campus tomorrow evening, and that's going to be Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns at the Delaware Blue Hens. And the temperatures look comfortable for our 68 Ventures Bowl, with temperatures in the mid to upper 50s at kickoff tomorrow. So not cold for the game, not cold really at all going forward, with the exception of Saturday morning at 39. We've got some rain chances to discuss, and tomorrow's chance 20%. Thursday at 70%. I do expect the sun back out on Friday and Saturday. Over the weekend, we can see an isolated shower Sunday, but this rain chance has dropped considerably, and you see even into Monday, just an isolated chance of rain with that next potential system. So we backed off a little on that one. Looks like Thursday's rain chances going up, but the weekend has improved and temperatures stay comfortable throughout.
Well, this may not have been on your bingo card for the word of the year, but the editors at Merriam-Webster Dictionary have made their choice for 2025. It's slop. If you're internet savvy, you may have already known the slang connotation. It means digital content of low quality, usually AI. Slop is not a new word, of course. Back in the 1700s, slop usually meant soft mud, something pigs rolled around in, for example. And in the 1800s, people referred to slop as food waste, or what the pigs ate, I guess I should say.
Well, we do have a few delays in the area, and we've been tracking that on our traffic tracker, but this view here with our Hampton Inn camera looks pretty good across the Gulf Coast region. And let's check out those areas where the traffic is slowing down a little as we're getting close to the 5 o'clock rush hour. A little bit slow westbound in the tunnel, but otherwise looks fine. The Bayway is really in good shape right now. We're not seeing major backups. To the north up I-65 at the Saraland exit, Highway 158, we do have some delays right here in Saraland. We'll watch that. I'll have another traffic update coming up at 5 p.m. Checking it over to Baldwin County and around Pensacola, we're not seeing any major problems on the major interstates and highways, so things are looking pretty good there, but we'll check traffic again in just a few minutes here on Fox 10 News at 5.
All right, Jason, thank you. A heartwarming story about how one Facebook post changed a little boy's birthday. Kyler Workman turned 7, but was heartbroken when no one showed up for his party. With her son in tears and time running out, his mom turned to Facebook for help. And within minutes, support poured in far beyond anything they could have imagined. Our Claudia Nichols takes us inside some of those touching moments.
I felt grateful.
I really don't want to ask for help if I don't have to, but when it's your kid and you see them disappointed, you really want what's best for them.
Tonight, what began as an empty guest list quickly turned hopeful for 7-year-old Kyler Workman on his birthday. His mother, Vicki Workman, says she'd been planning her son's party for weeks at Purple Park in Daphne, but when party time hit and no one was there, she knew she had to act fast.
I was really sad for him because I could see in his eyes that he was really disappointed. He'd look up at the parking lot and just hope and pray that that was a kid coming out of the car for his birthday, and it wasn't.
I felt sad, miserable, and depressed.
With the clock ticking on Kyler's special day, Vicky went straight to Facebook, posting a picture of her son with his brother at the park, asking if anyone nearby could come to his party right then. She says the response was immediate and unbelievable.
Never did I expect like 25, 30, 40 people to show up in a 2-hour period.
Vicky says when they first got to Purple Park, these picnic tables were empty. But one Facebook post later, and strangers started pouring in with gifts for Kyler, including a surprise visit from the fire department.
I got to see the fire truck. They gave me a ton of things I wanted for Christmas, so I can take those off my list.
Vicky's Facebook post took off instantly. Thousands of likes, shares, and hundreds of comments from people wanting to help, many asking how quickly they could get there and what they could bring. Vicky says Kyler's birthday was unforgettable, and it taught her a lesson she'll cherish for years.
In times of need, there are people that there's still good people around, and even though it was a bunch of strangers that came in to make a little boy's birthday special, everybody is one big community, and I hope that eventually we can return the favor to somebody.
In Daphne, Claudia Nichols, Fox 10 News.
It's also a reminder for me, for everyone, show up for others. It's never a bad idea, even if it's cold outside, even if you're busy, show up for others. All right, when we come back, all aboard. For 25 years, the Grand Canyon Railway has been bringing the magic of the Polar Express to life. We're going to show you how this iconic train ride creates unforgettable holiday memories for generations. It's next. And we are also getting closer to the end of our 10 Caring Gifts toy drive. It's 4:51. We have just over an hour. If you can, please get out to the Daphne Walmart and donate an unwrapped, unused, new toy. We even have a QR code for you right there on your screen if you'd rather give monetarily, or if you want to go up and give Lenise and Cameron some of that money, they will give it to shoppers who will get it to the VOA to buy toys for kids in need. You have until 6. Show up and show out. Okay, I think most of us do, but I got a question for you. Do you have a holiday memory that just warms your heart? A favorite song or a story? Mason Carroll shows us how a children's book inspired a real-life adventure in Arizona, complete with a visit from Santa.
For almost 40 years, the Polar Express book has been a staple in many family Christmases. And for 25 years, the Grand Canyon Railway has been bringing this train ride to life.
This marks the 25th anniversary of our Polar Express train ride, which is an institution here in northern Arizona.
Sam Langner with Grand Canyon Railways says because they're licensed through Warner Brothers.
This is the genuine article here. This will get you a ride on the Polex.
It's just like the movie experience.
Come right this way.
May I see your ticket, please? Thank you. It's a 90-minute round-trip train ride. You get on, there's music on board, there's chef characters that sing and dance and get everyone involved.
And then riders get taken to the North Pole, where Santa is waiting. Langner says because they've been around for a quarter of a century, the memories made here are generational.
Folks that came here as kids are now bringing their children and their families to experience this. So it's something that really is institutional for a holiday experience each year.
Grand Canyon Railway is also the largest employer in Williams. So not only do they create holiday memories, but the extra tourism is good for the northern Arizona economy.
Grand Canyon Railway is that destination in Williams, Arizona. Route 66 town, great restaurants, great decorations, just a perfect place to escape the heat of Phoenix and enjoy the holidays.
First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 News starts now.
It's not uncommon for Mobile residents to come over and try to victimize our businesses, and every chance we get, we make them as unwelcome as we possibly can.
The holidays are here, and as retail theft increases, police units in our area are responding. And a new fee in Mobile that took effect this year is showing some major results. How city leaders say it's helping promote tourism growth.
It's getting milder outside, but we also see an increase in moisture. We have a chance of rain to talk about in your forecast. We'll look at the timing coming up.